Have you noticed your eyesight getting weaker lately? Blurred vision, tired eyes, headaches after using your phone, struggling to read small text, and feeling like your eyes are aging faster every single year? What if I told you that one simple fruit, something you can eat just before bed, may help protect your eyesight naturally while you sleep? And no, it's not some expensive supplement or miracle pill being advertised online. In fact, doctors and nutrition experts are now paying close attention to certain fruits packed with powerful antioxidants, vitamins, and natural compounds that help fight the hidden damage happening inside your eyes every day. Because here's the scary truth. Most people are unknowingly destroying their vision nightly with bad habits. Late night screen exposure, poor sleep, unhealthy snacks, sugar overload, and nutrient deficiencies are silently weakening the eyes over time. And the worst part? Many people don't realize the damage until it's already affecting their daily life. But tonight, that changes. In this video, you'll discover the #1 best fruit to eat before bed for healthier eyesight, how it works inside your body while you sleep, the surprising nutrients your eyes desperately need, and the nighttime mistakes you must avoid if you want to keep your vision sharp as you age. You'll also learn why this fruit may help reduce eye strain, dryness, inflammation, and even support better nighttime recovery for your eyes after long hours on screens. And trust me, the science behind this is fascinating. So before you go to sleep tonight, make sure you watch this video until the very end, because one small habit before bed could make a massive difference for your eye health in the years ahead. Let's begin. Blue light glasses for screen use. If things progress further, a referral for laser surgery, or a recommendation to start an AREDS-based supplement formula. The vitamin and mineral combination developed to slow macular degeneration in higher-risk patients. And to be fair to all of these, some of them have genuine documented value. I am not here to dismiss what works, but here is the honest limitation that most practitioners simply do not have the time or the framework to explain to you. Every single one of those solutions addresses what you see. None of them addresses what your retina is doing while you sleep. A stronger lens corrects the image that reaches your eye. It does not slow the oxidative damage to the photoreceptor cells processing that image. Eye drops relieve the surface dryness for hours. They do not address the suppressed tear film production that is the underlying cause. Even the AREDS formula, which has real supporting evidence, was designed around supplemental antioxidants delivered in isolation, without the enzymatic cofactors and absorption, synergies that determine whether those antioxidants actually reach the tissues that need them. A review published in Investigative Ophthalmology and Visual Science confirmed what researchers had been observing across multiple study cohorts. Age-related retinal damage begins with silent changes deep inside the eye, oxidative accumulation, and glycation-driven protein degradation. And these changes are most aggressive during the overnight hours, when the eye's natural repair processes should be running at their deepest. The damage is happening in a window that no prescription lens and no eye drop reaches. But newer research has pointed towards something your eye care provider almost certainly has never mentioned, and it is available in most grocery stores right now. My name is Dr. Nicole and I have spent years working with adults over 60 who are serious about protecting and preserving their vision using evidence-informed natural approaches alongside their conventional care. Drop your city or your country in the comments below. We are building a genuine global community of people who refuse to accept vision loss as something inevitable, and I read every single comment personally. One important note before we begin. Everything I share today is educational and grounded in published research. It is not a substitute for professional eye care. If you are experiencing vision changes, please see a licensed optometrist or ophthalmologist. Neuroscience found that older adults who consumed wild blueberries daily for 12 weeks showed measurable improvements in visual acuity and reported significantly less eye strain under low light conditions. That is a real finding. Blueberries are genuinely beneficial. But here's the specific limitation that most people never hear. The large cultivated blueberries sold in most supermarkets, the shiny plump ones that are easy to find year-round, have measurably lower anthocyanin density than wild varieties. Research has found the difference to be nearly double in concentration in favor of wild blueberries. And the absorption question compounds this further. The anthocyanins in blueberries are generalized antioxidants. They are not retina-specific. They do not address glycation, the protein binding process destroying the lens and the retinal tissue from the inside. They do not cross the blood-retinal barrier in the quantities needed to act directly on the photoreceptor cells. Blueberries are a genuine supporting player, but they are not the answer to the specific overnight repair problem we are addressing today. The second fruit people always raise, and this one comes with decades of cultural history behind it, is carrots. The connection between carrots and good eyesight is so well established, it has become almost a cultural shorthand. And the mechanism is real. Carrots are rich in beta-carotene, which your body converts into vitamin A. And vitamin A is essential for the production of rhodopsin, the visual pigment in your rod cells that allows you to see in low light. A genuine deficiency in vitamin A does cause night blindness. That is not a myth, but here is the critical nuance. In older adults, the enzymatic conversion of beta-carotene into active vitamin A becomes dramatically less efficient. Research suggests the conversion rate can drop by as much as 50 to 70% compared to younger adults. Your body is getting the beta-carotene. It is simply not converting it effectively into the vitamin A your eye actually needs. And more importantly, carrots address rhodopsin and low-light vision. They do not address glycation. They do not deliver the specific macular carotenoids that protect the center of your vision. They are not reaching the biological processes that are driving the symptoms most adults over 60 are actually experiencing. The fruit I am about to show you does all of this simultaneously. And the research on how it does it is more targeted and more specific than almost anything else available to you without a prescription. Before I name it, I want you to understand the specific biological targets we are working with. Because once you understand what your eye actually needs overnight, the choice becomes completely obvious. The first target is glycation. As we discussed, glycation is the process by which excess blood glucose binds to the proteins inside your lens and retinal tissue, forming advanced glycation end products, AGAs, that progressively cloud the lens and degrade the structural integrity of your macula. This process is continuous, it is cumulative, and it accelerates with age as the body's natural anti-glycation defenses thin. Conventional eye care has almost nothing to offer against glycation short of aggressive blood sugar management. But certain natural enzymes found in specific fruits have been shown in research to interfere directly with the formation of these AGAs. And that is a meaningful distinction from anything a prescription lens or an eye drop can do. The second target is photoreceptor regeneration. Your photoreceptor cells, the rods and cones in your retina, are constantly shedding damaged outer segments and regenerating new ones. This shedding and renewal process is most active during sleep. To do it effectively, your photoreceptors need a ready supply of vitamin A in its active form, alongside supporting antioxidants that protect the new tissue from immediate oxidative damage before it has time to mature. The efficiency of this process determines in large part whether your vision sharpness is maintained or gradually degraded over time. The third target is the macula, the small, densely packed central zone of your retina responsible for the sharp, detailed vision you use to read, recognize faces, and see fine color distinctions. The macula is protected by a layer of macular pigment composed primarily of two carotenoids, lutein and zeaxanthin. Of these two, zeaxanthin concentrates specifically and almost exclusively in the macula itself, the very center of your sharpest vision. Research has consistently linked higher macular pigment density to reduced risk of age-related macular degeneration and slower progression of existing macular changes. Most people are not getting anywhere near sufficient dietary zeaxanthin. And the fruit I am about to name is one of the most meaningful natural sources available. The fourth target is the aqueous humor, the fluid that fills the front chamber of your eye between the lens and the cornea. This fluid is extraordinarily rich in vitamin C, significantly more concentrated than the vitamin C level in your blood plasma. That concentration is not accidental. Vitamin C is a primary antioxidant defense for the lens, neutralizing the free radicals generated by light exposure before they reach the lens, proteins, and initiate the clouding process that leads to cataracts. Maintaining high vitamin C levels in the aqueous humor requires a consistent, concentrated dietary source. Gram for gram, most people do not realize how dramatically one specific fruit outperforms everything else on this measure. The fruit that addresses every single one of these targets simultaneously, anti-glycation, photoreceptor regeneration, macular protection through zeaxanthin, and therapeutic vitamin C concentration in the aqueous humor, is one that most people walk past in the grocery store without a second look. It is papaya, and the research on how papaya supports eye health overnight is more specific and more targeted than almost anything else available to you without a prescription. Here is what is happening inside a ripe papaya that makes it exceptional for aging eyes. First, papaya contains papain, a naturally occurring proteolytic enzyme with documented anti-inflammatory and protein-modifying properties. Research has shown that papain interferes directly with the early stages of advanced glycation in product formation, essentially disrupting the chemical bonding process between glucose. This is the anti-glycation mechanism that no prescription eye drop, no lubricating formula, and no standard supplement addresses. Papain works on this at the source. Second, papaya delivers vitamin A and beta-cryptoxanthin together. Beta-cryptoxanthin is a carotenoid found in high concentrations in ripe papaya that converts to active vitamin A in the body with significantly greater efficiency than the beta-carotene in carrots, making it especially valuable for older adults whose conversion pathways have become less efficient with age. The vitamin A supports photoreceptor renewal directly. The beta-cryptoxanthin supports tear film stability, reducing the chronic dryness that causes surface damage and morning irritation. Third, ripe papaya contains more vitamin C per gram than oranges. This is a fact that consistently surprises people. A single cup of papaya delivers over 100% of the recommended daily intake of vitamin C. In the context of eye health, that concentration matters enormously because vitamin C is actively transported into the aqueous humor of the eye, where it functions as the lens's primary antioxidant shield, and dietary vitamin C is the only way to replenish it. Fourth, papaya is a meaningful dietary source of zeaxanthin, the macular carotenoid that concentrates specifically in the center of your vision. Combined with its lycopene content, the red-orange antioxidant pigment emerging in research as a protective factor against age-related macular degeneration. Ripe papaya delivers a genuinely multi-layered package of eye-specific nutrients in a single food. The 2023 study published in Clinical Gerontology followed older adults who consumed papaya in the evening over a 6-week period. The results showed lower circulating glycation markers, measurably stronger tear film production, and documented improvements in contrast vision, the ability to decline with age. 6 weeks, 1 fruit, no prescription required. Here is precisely how to use papaya for maximum eye benefit, because the preparation details matter as much as the fruit itself. Quantity: 1 cup of ripe papaya cubes per evening, not more, not less.